Hey everyone, my name is Vincent and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're completely new. And this is finally another video. I think this is basically the only videos I upload at the moment are BreyerFest/HorseFest videos. And this is my annual BreyerFest/HorseFest haul video. All the models that I bought throughout this year before BreyerFest and at BreyerFest/Equilocity. And I'm also calling it HorseFest now because you will see in this video I've become a stone girly. I started collecting stones. I was at their factory in May, which was absolutely mind-blowing and life-changing for me. So in this video, for the first time, you will see some stone models that I bought. So I hope you're as excited as I am to see this haul, which is the smallest haul I probably ever had at BreyerFest, but I bought more and more expensive models. So I hope you enjoy this, and yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go through these again in the order kind of how I got them. So first of all, we got this lovely web special, which is Prague, which came out earlier this year. He is absolutely stunning. He's on the Salinera mold, which is one of my favorite molds. I love the gloss and I love the dapples. I really wanted a dark version, so I actually traded with a person and they got a light and a dark version. So I was able to get the dark version and I just really, really like him. I don't love the fading on the neck. That could have been a little bit better, but overall, I think he looks quite nice, even though that marking is also kind of weird. But he's got realistic lovely eyes and he's just delicious in the gloss. Another web special is Mallorca, which is probably one of my favorites in the Destination series. I think that's what it's called. Because I've been to Mallorca, but I also just like adore this like buckskin tone on this mold. I think the dapples are also fairly nice. And then we've got a blue eye and just like a really cute little marking and then a brown eye on the other side, and I just like adore that he has like two different colored eyes. He has a very like pearly tone, which you can't really see on the camera right now, but he's probably one of my favorite web specials in a long time, and I'm glad that I was able to trade him. Next we have this little guy. So he was one of the CCA Collector Club Appreciation sale models, which meant that if you bought regular run line stuff from the Breyer website, I think of a worth of $150 or something, you get a free glossy model. And my luck is always terrible. So there were like two models I wanted, this guy and the Spanish Cosaco, whatever his name is. And I ended up with two of the Latigos. So I traded one at least for this guy. So I've got this Indian pony in gloss, which I think is really cute because he also got really cute markings on his face. And overall, I think he's just very nice in gloss, so I can replace my matte by a gloss one now. Moving on to actual BreyerFest. So the BreyerFest special runs that I got this year are actually the lowest amount of numbers I ever got. I only had 2 tickets this year, so I got 4 models. I was able to trade a few and then also got some through the second chance sale, but overall I only have 4 special runs, which is the lowest amount of number probably ever since I've went to BreyerFest. Never mind, this guy is my absolute favorite special run ever in a long time. This year, I don't even know. So he is on this show jumping warm blood. He is this gorgeous glossy leopard Appaloosa. I adore the base color, which is this buckskin. So it's a lovely combination because I adore buckskins, I adore Appaloosas, I adore glossy models, and he just looks freaking stunning. As you probably have seen, he comes in 2 variations, the long mane and the short mane, and the short mane is like braided and matte. And I hate the look of that mold. And obviously with my luck, I pulled the braided version. And I was really disappointed because that was the main model I want to get at BreyerFest. And I think everyone was really disappointed who got the braided matte version. So I was actually lucky and someone went through the second chance sale and got me this guy. So I came at least home with my absolute favorite special run ever. I still have the braided version. I'm gonna probably sell that one, so I'm not gonna show this in this video. But yeah, he is just so stunning, and like the details and and it's like making me even more mad that he's more limited now because he is a 50-50 split run. I don't know how many were produced of like the run in general, but the fact that there are less of this guy in glossy and long mane is just like devastating to me. Then moving on to silver. As most of you probably know, I'm a huge silver fan. I conquered the silver mold. So when they had a silver special run, I knew that I obviously have to get it. The original was blue. and I actually didn't love the blue. And I actually pulled the blue and then I traded for the gold. Because at this point I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get a second silver or not. And actually they were all sold out at the second chance sale in person. So I didn't end up getting a second silver there. However, through the online sale, I was lucky enough to get one more silver. I was hoping for 2 more. So I have a chance of getting the really rare silver, which is a run of 75. And then this golden one and the blue one are split run. But I adore the color gold, so I knew if I have to go home with only 1 silver, I wanted the gold instead of the blue, which is why I traded the blue for the silver, for the gold. So now fingers crossed with the second chance sale online one. It still didn't arrive, so if it arrived by the time this video is gonna be published, I'm gonna include what I got, but I'm crossing my fingers for the silver, which is probably not gonna happen because I have like terrible luck with that stuff. That would be just a dream come true for the conga, but maybe at least I'm getting the blue one. And this guy has the horse cutouts like they did on some of the other runs this year, which I don't love, to be honest. I think it's a fun idea. I think it looks the best actually on him. I love that the weather girl is so much in the center. I think it works kind of the best on him compared to the regular runs that I did. But yeah, I'm glad that I at least got the golden guy. Moving on to the surprise horses. So I got 2 surprise horses, and my favorite was this roan color because I adore roans. I have the volunteer model, which is like a bay roan, so I knew that I need this blue roan. And obviously I didn't pull one the first try, so I traded for one, and then I went through the second chance sale, and obviously I got another blue roan. So I sold one, and this is actually the second one I pulled from the second chance sale because he had this really nice like chest shading, and he was like overall all much nicer than the other one I got. So I'm glad that I was able at least to like pick a nice copy. And I just wish he would be glossy. Imagine that. I don't know why they kept this one matte, which is the darkest color, which would have popped the most in gloss. I'll never understand Breyer, to be honest, but he's definitely my favorite. And I was so excited for the Tortillas mold because the Tortillas mold is one of my favorite molds, and I think this color just looks amazing on him. I'm surprised about the other colors. There's no Appaloosa, nothing else that is really fun, so I'm glad that I at least got this guy, because the only other one I've got is this deco. So I only pulled, I think, the Palomino or whatever, and another roan. So I sold the roan, I sold the Palomino, and then I actually was able to get this guy in Germany secondhand from a shop. I do like this decorator. He's kind of fun, he's kind of different. I don't love him, so I didn't want to spend a fortune on him, so I'm glad that I was able to get him for a decent price in Germany. And I'm really mad and sad almost that they didn't do any more fun colors on him, because the only other color I like is the Dapple Gray, and I would prefer that in gloss. But then there's 2 Dapple Grays on this mold already. There's Fabian, I think his name was, which was a collector exclusive thing. And then there is Landler, which is a lighter Dapple Gray, which they did for BreyerFest in 2022. So I'm just like, there are so many options to put on this mold, and you decide to do another Dapple Gray. But anyway, so I've got the 2 ones that I really liked, and I actually love that his eyes are realistic blue. I didn't realize until I got him, because I didn't see one that close in person at BreyerFest. But I think it's a very nice twist that the decos have realistic eyes now. And then lastly, we've got this itty bitty smally little guy, and I'm not really a stablemate collector, to be honest, but I actually won this guy. So I don't know if you attended Virtual BreyerFest, but on the live stream, they did like a blind bag stablemate contest where you had to like feel blind bags of stablemates, which I adore. So I was asked to be on the broadcast to compete to another collector, and we had to like feel them, and the person who was feeling them the quickest won this guy. So I was able to feel, I think it was 7 blind bags in the end. I don't even know how many. I think it was like 40 seconds or something. But I had so much fun feeling them, and then that I got this guy on top is just the icing on the cake. I'm not a huge fan of this model. I like the mold, but he doesn't really fit my collection, so we shall see if he's gonna stay or not. But yeah, he is very, very cute. Okay, now let's move to a very exciting new chapter of my collecting journey, because I've become a stone girly. I went to the Stone Company this year, and I was a guest artist at their factory, and it just blew my mind. It was absolutely amazing to be there in person. It was absolutely amazing to meet all the lovely people, and being able to create something for stone is the dream come true. I had the most amazing time, and that weekend completely turned me. So I actually attended, I was there in May. They had the Stone Country Fair at the end of May. So I got a model at Stone Country Fair. They have the new Volo, which is the Mustang mare. And then they had babies for that Mustang mare. So the thing was with Stone Country Fair, there were 3 different mares and 3 different stallions. So if you bought a mare, you could buy one of their babies. So I jinxed it for me. I'm not a foal person at all. I don't really collect foals. But because I jinxed it for myself, I was at the stone factory when I saw all the foals. I think there were like 45 or like 50 foals. They were like all lined up so you could see the variety. One of the stallions was a unicorn, so some of the babies were unicorns, and you had Appaloosas. You've literally any color under the rainbow you could imagine, realistic and fantasy, these babies came in. So I was like, I have to get a baby. So I actually found a person who wanted a mare. So I bought them a mare so I could buy the foal. Long story short, this is the baby that I pulled. He is very, very cute. The fun thing is that they had like different kind of ears. So some of them were like bag, some of them were like mule, so they had like donkey ears. So I love that mine has like these like almost airplane ears that they're like slightly to the side. And the paint job is absolutely amazing. For whatever reason, it kind of reminds me of a Nikki Button paint job because it is so smooth, it is so soft, it is so nicely done. I mean, look at that eye. If my camera would be focusing. No, it's even my camera is like, what the hell? So cute and realistic. I was slightly disappointed at first because I was really hoping for an Appaloosa baby because I adore Appaloosas. So the 3 stallions that you could pick, one was a unicorn, one was an Appaloosa, and one was a paint. So I wouldn't have minded a unicorn or an Appaloosa baby, obviously. And then obviously I pulled the paint stallion for this baby. He is really, really cute. He's currently still in my collection. I might try to trade him in the future for one of the babies that I really liked or wanted. But as of now, I still have one baby because it's just so freaking cute, isn't it? It's so cute. And then while I was at Stone, I actually bought this stone body off of Facebook. This is the half passing warm blood, and this is actually how I like really stumbled upon Stone because I adore this model. It is so dynamic. If you look at it from the front, the leg movement, absolutely stunning. The issue is they don't produce them anymore. A lot of these models have problems with the seam split, which you might be able to kind of tell on this guy. He ever so slightly has that. So they don't produce them anymore, which is really, really sad because they only came out in like the early 2000s, which is when I didn't collect. So I never had a chance to get them firsthand. So there's a bunch of different colors on this guy. And even my collector heart is like kind of happy that they are done producing them anymore because it makes it easier for me to actually get the ones I want, because for all the other stone models, they obviously produce new ones every single day, month, year, basically. So I always liked all the Appaloosas that came out, and this was my least favorite Appaloosas of all of them. So I was kind of happy that I got this one as a body because I'm hoping to be able to kind of restore him. He is pretty beat up, to be honest. I think the black spots will be easy to fix. The white will be a little bit tougher. And I think this is actually the original kind of like edging that they did, maybe. So maybe it should be easy to fix. He's definitely going to be more like a shelf model if I ever decide to conquer this mold. I don't necessarily want to like completely repaint him just because I, again, want to kind of conquer all the Appaloosas, and this is my least favorite. So I'm happy that I got him as a body, and he will just like line up with the other ones at some point, hopefully. But yeah, I'm poor, so I don't have any others right now, so I started out with a body. So hopefully I get a good and new one very, very soon. But now let's talk about my very first big Equilocity stone purchase, so which is this lovely lady. So this lovely lady came out for Equilocity, which is Stone's event, which is running the same time as BreyerFest in Kentucky in July. And when I was at Stone in May, they finished the first prototype of this girl, and I was obsessed. Not only I'm a huge fan of braids, and I think this Mustang mare looks absolutely amazing in braids, but also the color, the dapples. She has this ever so slightly metallic sheen. Look how nicely the dapples are like faded out. And I love that swiffing tail is just giving her a different look, and I absolutely adore it. And then she's got these like really realistic eyes, and then this ever so slightly small little marking on the face. Oh, absolutely amazing. I was struggling so much though because she is around 30, I believe, 30. So for Equilocity on the Thursday when her sale started, you had to be there in person, get a wristband that you randomly got selected, and then that group that was on your wristband is like your shopping wristband. So I ended up in group 3, and I think each group had like 15 people, which meant the first 2 rounds are like 20 people. Like she would have easily been sold out, which she did. So I had a lovely person in the group before me, group 2, who knew that I wanted her. So she was in the store and she messaged me on Instagram and she was saying, there's 2 left, one in glossy, one in matte. Which one do you want? I'm like, the glossy one. So she actually got me that model because when I came in after her in group 3, they were all gone. So I am forever grateful for her because in my mind I was like, let fate decide if I'm gonna get my first big stone model. If she's still available in group 3, I'll get her because she was a lot of money. But no, Fate was that a very lovely collector helped me, and I'm so glad that I have her because I adore her. I adore her so much. She's probably top 3 of my models, my favorite models now in my collection, and I don't know, she is just absolutely stunning. I can't stop thinking and talking about her. Sorry. And then lastly, I have probably the most special model, which is my most limited model yet, which is a stone model, but it's I can't. I'm just gonna show you. I just freaking can't. So this is the overall prize model from Equilocity out of the horse show that they did this year. And the volunteer model is kind of reverse color. They're like silver and then have golden hooves. And I adored this golden colored model. And they posted the picture and I knew that I'm going to be screwed and I want one. So I actually posted in a search off on Facebook when they first posted pictures because I was like, I'm just going to show customs. Actually, I'm proxy showing. So someone else was showing my customs. I was like, I'm not going to win overall with my customs. I actually did much better than I expected. I got reserve overall in that show for custom, which is mind-blowing to me, which meant I was so close, so freaking close at winning this model because only the overall gets this model. But luckily I have the most amazing friends. My friends were also in the show, and I have a Breyer model that she really wants. So she was like, if I win you one of these girls, will you trade me that Breyer model? And I'm like, absolutely. And I had like a little meltdown on Saturday because it was a very tough HorseFest and it was just like too much for me this year. And this absolutely made my horse first. This model single-handedly saved my HorseFest this year. She looks so stunning. She has this almost like Roni golden tone, and I think, I don't know, I just love her so much. So I'm glad that I got her. Thanks again, Carly and Erica, for making this possible. And I guess now I'm a stone collector. I like this Mustang mirror a lot. I don't know if I want to conquer her or not. So I don't know. Now I'm 2 models in. We shall see how that goes in the future. But yeah. That's it. This is the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed my haul video. Please let me know in the comments again which one was your favorite purchase. I think it was pretty clear which one was mine. The last model, the unicorn stone overall price model. I just adore her. I just adore her. Anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I promise I'll post more videos in the future. It's just been a lot at the moment, and also make sure to follow my TikTok if you want to, which is the same name, Da Vinci Creations, and I post way more videos there, short videos, customizing videos. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling now, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!